Hey Disney family, this week I'm going to tell you what to expect from Raya and the Last Dragon, releasing Friday, March 5th on Disney Plus and in theaters.
Yes, and then I'm going to tell you how to play the Jungle Cruise Adventure board game by Ravensburger, which we highly recommend, 4 out of 5 stars. All that and more on this week's show.
Hello out there podcast family, welcome to this week's show. My name is Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
I can't place where these ears came from.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember. They've got feathers. Tiki
room. These are my tiki room ears.
Oh, nice.
You know, I can't remember if I've worn them or not.
I can't either, but
I'll say they're itchy. I think the burlap around the head.
Got burlap. Oh, yes, I remember these. These have it looks like a hemp band.
Like a hemp band. It's a bit itchy.
Okay.
But I'm wearing them intentionally this week, so we're going to go with it.
Intentionally.
I'm not talking about the tiki room. You have no idea what I'm talking about. But
Okay. But it is a foreshadowing of sorts.
It's a foreshadowing of sorts, yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
Hey, again, my favorite thing, where did we get downloads from last week? By the way, we had our biggest single download day ever last week. Which
Thank y'all so much.
Super exciting.
Yes.
I logged in that day and I was like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
So it was great.
It's fantastic.
So, yeah, we saw downloads from either Hugh or Huff, Ohio. I know how people are about the pronunciation of their hometowns being from one that gets mispronounced all the time, so I apologize, but whichever one that is, we thank you for downloading. Madison, Florida. Allegan or Allegan. Again, I apologize to you folks in Michigan that live in that town. We appreciate it. And Blackheath, England.
That's awesome. I like that. It sounds very piratey.
It does sound very piratey.
Are y'all piratey?
I wonder where that is.
It's fantastic.
So thank you all for downloading. We are super grateful. We never take it for granted, which is one of the reasons I look at it every week. I love it.
It's fun.
Okay, so ready for the news?
Let's do the news.
All right. On Main Street this week, in entertainment news, Disney stock reached an all-time high thanks in part to first quarter earnings that included the fact that Disney Plus now has over 94 million subscribers.
I knew it was going to be Disney Plus, yeah.
I know. Total direct subscribers to Disney-owned properties, though, is over 146 million. That includes Hulu and ESPN streaming service and Disney Plus and all the other things that they own. So
just printing money.
They really are. Just
printing money at the internet.
I know. The Muppet Show, the original Muppet Show, started streaming on Friday. It is exactly what 6-year-old Chris that still lives inside of me needed. Yeah. And we watched 2 episodes last night, and it was just so much fun.
It was, and it's held up well.
It really has held up pretty well.
I thought it was still funny.
Yeah. They have put the label on it, right? There are some depictions here that might not be socially appropriate today.
Right.
But that's, you're going to run into that when you're re-airing something from the late 70s.
Right.
So, but it was great. And I can't wait to work my way through that series.
Yeah. It was funny.
And it's also interesting to see, to know what, characters like Piggy and Gonzo and them look like in our consciousness today versus
I know,
back
man.
then.
Gonzo's nose was really creepy. It was super pointy.
Which is weird considering that's his most defining feature even now.
I know, it was just super pointy and creepy.
So a new trailer for Cruella was released.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Emma Stone.
I know. And Emma Thompson is going to be in it. I know.
My 2 favorite Emmas.
I know.
I love.
Not to put Emma Watson on the curb.
No, I do like Emma Watson. But yeah, no, Emma Stone and Emma Thompson are my 2 favorite Emmas. Emma Watson would be number 3, which is great. Still great. Nothing wrong with a bronze medal. So, I'll just say I didn't know exactly how I was going to feel about that until I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm bought in.
I'm in. Yeah. It's a very cool vibe.
It's fantastic.
I love her tagline is brilliant, bad, and a little bit mad.
I know.
Love it.
Which is fantastic.
Cannot wait to see that movie.
Yes. going to be great.
Okay, some parks news. So Walt Disney World has sort of released what we can all expect as they celebrate 50 years. So it starts on October the 1st. It'll last 18 months, and they're going to kick off what they're calling the world's most magical celebration. This will include new 50th anniversary costumes for Mickey and Minnie and probably some other characters too. And I wrote this in my notes, the four, just because I know how you'll feel about it, the 4 iconic weenies at the parks. This is what, this is what Walt would call them. The castle, the tree, Spaceship Earth, and in this case, it'll be the Hollywood Tower of Terror.
Okay.
They're all getting extra pixie dust for the 50th celebration. So they're actually putting some daytime overlays over the castle, some golden ribbon, lots of gold and purple and blue for the celebration for those 18 months. So some new ribbons and color and I don't know, some decor for the castle.
Like actual decor or projected decor?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, both. The castle in particular, decor in the daytime that you can see.
Okay.
But then all of them are getting new projections, lighting. The tree will have new fireflies that go throughout the tree at night.
Oh, nice.
This confirms the lighting displays on the Spaceship Earth. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later.
Yes.
And new projections on the Tower of Terror and new lighting and projections for the castle also. Okay. So should be really, really cool. I'm sure we'll get there at some point during the celebration.
Oh, yes.
Disneyland Hong Kong opened on Friday.
Nice.
So that's good for those folks. I know they've been shut down for COVID.
Hello, Paris.
I know, man. It's
any day now.
Still surrounded by scaffolding, though, the castle.
Come on, Paris.
I know, man. Cast member, this is very exciting. Are you sitting down?
I am, in fact. Cast
member training has begun for the reopening of the People Mover.
How much training do we need to do for that?
Look, man, Disney doesn't mess around with stuff like that. They're doing it right.
I mean,
and is there anybody still alive that was around the last time the People Mover ran?
I think I could run it. I mean, you got somebody standing like at the bottom where you woke up the moving sidewalk, and then you got somebody at the top that's sort of just waving their hand to the doors as they open.
Easy. It is much more complicated.
And then another person at the end saying, watch your step. Please watch your step. The floor is moving. Watch your step. Please watch your step. The floor is moving. Please watch your step as you get out. The floor is moving. Please watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step. Ma'am, please watch your step. The floor is moving. I just don't know. How long is this training going to last?
It's really more of a symbol that we're about to be able to enjoy the People Mover again.
Symbolic training.
No. The act of training is symbolic to what's coming next after training.
Okay.
All work is honorable work.
I'm just saying, I don't think this involves training.
Yeah, it does.
There are People Mover employees that were there prior.
We don't know that.
Oh, gosh.
We may have all new people. Those people hadn't worked since March. Maybe.
Okay. All right.
Work starts on the River of Light Theater at the Animal Kingdom. I don't know what they're turning it into.
River of Light Theater.
Oh. Yeah, the River of Light Theater.
Okay, right, really. Where they got rid of that show.
You had already scrubbed that from your brain.
I didn't realize we called it a theater.
Oh, yeah. It's the River of Light Theater.
Oh, I thought it was like maybe a stadium, seating,
no, it's a
Rivers of Light area.
It's called the River of Light Theater, and they're redoing it. I don't really know what they're turning it into. I'm sure there's word out there somewhere.
Okay.
So they've confirmed the new lighting package for Spaceship Earth. They're launching it as part of the 50th celebration, but it's permanent. It's going to be there.
I told you. Yeah. I knew they were going to do that.
You did. You told me. Sure enough. So Zach Ridley, everybody's favorite Imagineer, said that Spaceship Earth is a unique structure recognized around the world. To honor this idea, our Imagineers have created custom lighting features that literally emerge from her unique architecture. These features will shine across Spaceship Earth's silver panels and, in air quotes, connect with one another, resembling shimmering stars in the nighttime sky. Spaceship Earth has maintained her classic multicolor lighting design for nearly 40 years, a legacy the team working on this project are keen to preserve. Her classic look will be maintained and accentuated through new colors and intensity in programmed expressions that extend into the new main entrance fountain and the entire World Celebration area that continues to take shape for us. So that middle neighborhood we call World Celebration.
Right.
So that's all very exciting.
Can I just say I love that they call it her?
Yeah, I picked up on that too.
I love that.
Yeah. It's Spaceship Earth.
Well done, Zach.
It's a ship. They always call ships Earth. Hers.
Well,
she's.
Natch.
The Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival launches on March the 3rd.
Yum.
And goes through July the 5th. So I anticipate a
bonus episode.
A menu bonus episode.
It's going to be exciting.
So that's it for Main Street. You want to do a mini take?
Mini take. Let's do it. What is in Mickey's psyche today?
You got for us, Mickey. I bet it's a bathroom. Okay. The one thing, this is going to be hard.
Oh, gosh.
The one thing you must eat or drink in the animal kingdom.
At Animal Kingdom, the one thing I must eat or drink
one
at
thing
Animal
you
Kingdom.
must eat or drink. It's hard. This has got to be the hardest one.
Can I say Nomad Lounge?
No. Because that's drinking, eating. That's 5 different. We just proved that in the last bonus
That's what I'm
episode.
saying.
That's
I would like to
16
eat
things.
or drink the restaurant. Can I say that?
Yeah, you narrow it down, please. Narrow it down. That's what makes it hard.
Oh my gosh.
That was a cop out.
Can I do eat and drink?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, then I'm going to say the churros at Nomad Lounge.
Oh, good choice. Ooh, good choice.
With
I thought mine was so much easier.
Ella
Jane, man.
with the what was that last drink I got? Jen's Tattoo.
Okay, with the hibiscus, the candied
yes,
hibiscus.
with the candied hibiscus. So I'm going to go with the churros at Nomad Lounge and Jen's Tattoo as a drink.
Very strong choice.
Very strong.
I really thought I was rock solid on my choice for eating until you said the doggone churros.
Well, you can't say that because I said it.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
But honestly,
I feel like I know what your choice is going to be.
Yeah, but probably.
It's going to be the fries with the barbecue and the mac and cheese on top of it.
No.
What? You love those fries.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I do, but that's not my choice.
You say it. No, I don't. Yes, you do. You love them.
I do. I do love those.
Okay, well, what is it?
It's the mac and cheese with the barbecue on top.
Oh, come on. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Oh,
Wait, are there 2 different ones? There's one with fries that has mac and cheese and barbecue, and then there's one that's just mac and cheese and barbecue?
yep. Yeah, but the mac and cheese with the barbecue from the little 8 spoons food stand is over the top, maybe the best mac and cheese I've ever eaten. It's baked mac and cheese, and they put this great barbecue on top of it.
Okay.
I almost cried when I was eating it.
That's fine. I mean, I won, but that's fine.
I mean, the churros are really dynamic.
Churros plus Jen's Tattoo. # winning.
All right. Oh, you are winning, always. Okay, on to Tomorrowland.
Marlin.
So, not this Friday, but the Friday after that, we are all going to get treated to what I hope lives up to the expectations, Raya and the Last Dragon.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh,
I didn't
man.
realize it was that close.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I mean, that means our next contest is really close, too.
It's really close.
That's exciting.
It is really, really close.
Awesome.
Strong women contest coming up.
Strong women unite.
Yeah. So I thought about leaving this one till next week, but I wasn't doing Tomorrowland next week. So
Right.
so there you go.
There
So
you
here
go.
we are with Raya and the Last Dragon. Opens up on March the 5th, 2021. So however many days, 7 plus 5, 12 days from now.
Okay.
And it'll be Disney Premier Access, Disney Plus Premier Access, similar to, I guess, what they did with Mulan.
Okay.
And also available in theaters.
Okay. I assume where theaters are open.
Where theaters are open,
Okay.
sure. Yeah. And in fact, when I was looking that up, I noticed that our local theaters already have movie times listed for it.
Really?
Yeah, which is interesting. It actually made me really happy to see that movie times.
Yeah, I didn't realize they had reopened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. At least our local Carolina AMC.
Okay.
Directed by Don Hall and Carlos Lopez Estrada. Don Hall did the story and co-direction for Moana. He did the story and directed Winnie the Pooh. He did the screenplay for Meet the Robinsons. Additional story elements for Brother Bear. Additional story elements for The Emperor's New Groove, which I know is a fan favorite out there.
Yes, yeah.
The story for Tarzan.
Wow.
Yeah, and he directed Big Hero 6. So this guy
He's
has
got a little bit of experience.
been around the Disney block a little bit. Now, Carlos Lopez Estrada didn't have a lot of like Disney stuff to his credit, but he's done a lot of like musical shorts, videos, and he did the movie Blind Spotting, which starred Daveed Diggs a couple years back.
Okay.
Which is interesting. This is definitely a shift for him.
Okay.
This was written by Ki Nguyen, who has written a number of TV series. Most recently, and probably most famously, Dispatches from Elsewhere, which is a quirky little TV series that he wrote. Okay. But I think probably the heavy lifting was Adele Lim, who did the screenplay for Crazy Rich Asians. Okay. Which I know is
so one woman on the
I knew you were going to bring that up.
Upper level staff. Yeah. Okay. So it was written and directed by men, but the screenplay was written by a woman.
No. It was written by a man and a woman.
Okay.
Both Asian.
Yeah, okay.
And then it was directed by two men, yes.
Okay. So 4 men and 1 woman writing a story featuring a woman. Well, I hope she had...
Women, really.
I hope she had, 4 votes to their every one.
Okay. Yes, moving on.
I'm just saying.
Starring Kelly Marie Tran as Raya. She most recently played Rose in the last 2 Star Wars movies. And for some reason got totally trashed by the Star Wars fanboys out there online.
I liked her.
Loved her. Absolutely love Kelly Marie Tran.
Why didn't they like her?
I don't know. I'm sure that it was, I decided not to get down into the muck and figure out what it was their problem was.
They're just wrong.
Because it was probably stupid and racist, frankly. At the end of the day.
Okay, so they're just wrong. She's great.
She's wonderful.
Yes.
And Awkwafina, who, you know who that is?
I don't.
Okay, so you'll know when I call out some of her credits. She was also in Crazy Rich Asians. She was in Ocean's 8. She was the Asian member of the group.
Okay.
Right? And she will be Scuttle in the live action Little Mermaid that they release soon. And honestly, a million other things. Her credits call her an American actress, comedian, internet personality, rapper, author, and TV host.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she came to fame on YouTube.
Okay. So does she identify as Asian American or just American?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
Although I think her given name was Nora Lum.
Okay.
But I think she was raised in the Northeast, maybe.
Okay.
Hope I'm right about that. Also stars Sandra Oh.
Oh, I love Sandra
Oh. You do love Sandra Oh. Obviously.
What is Sandra Oh? Which character?
She plays Verana, and I'm not sure exactly which character that is in the movie.
Okay.
Benedict Wong, who he's been in a lot of different things, but one of my favorite things he was in was Doctor Strange. He played the guy that he starts out running the library in Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay. I think
that guy, and then he ends up fighting alongside with Doctor Strange at the end of the movie.
Well, so it sounds like they're doing a great job with casting.
Oh yeah. If you look at the cast, they did a
not
really
whitewashing this.
They're not. No, okay. Daniel Day Kim stars, I think, as Raya's father, maybe in this movie. He's been in a million things. People will recognize him from the television series Lost for sure.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, he played a major role in that. So, a little more detail on the plot for Raya and the Last Dragon. Long ago, in the fantasy world of Kumandra, humans and dragons lived together in harmony. But when sinister monsters known as the Droon threatened the land, the dragons sacrificed themselves to save humanity. Now, 500 years later, the same monsters have returned, and it's up to a lone warrior, Raya, to track down the last dragon in order to finally stop the Droon for good. However, along her journey, she'll learn that it'll take more than dragon magic to save the world. It's going to take teamwork and trust as well. And I think along the way, she collects a ragtag band of people to help
bunch,
her.
Yeah,
we all love a ragtag story,
don't we?
A misfit group that comes together and saves the world is always great. But now the land that the monsters are terrorizing is broken into many factions or tribes. Can we understand that? Is that relevant at all?
That doesn't sound relevant even a little bit.
Part of the plot centers around Raya's effort to unite those tribes together in a common cause. Yeah. In one trailer clip, Raya says that the world is broken. No one trusts anyone. And Sisu, the dragon, played by Awkwafina, responds by saying, maybe it's broken because you don't trust anyone. And I mean, I got to tell you, it's pretty timely.
That's great.
It's a pretty timely message. A few little fun facts about Raya and the Last Dragon. It's the first Southeast Asian Disney princess. I use princess in quotes. I do think she is technically a princess. I think Daniel Day Kim's character is a leader. But this girl is definitely a butt kicker.
Well, like I remember in Moana, everybody kept calling her a princess, and she was like, "I'm not a princess."
Right, it was a whole thing.
My dad's a chief. I'm not a princess.
Right, it was a whole thing.
Right.
And Maui's like, "Yeah, okay." But you know, Moana's character sort of learns that she can be like next level fighter or whatever, and strong. I don't think Raya's got that problem.
Awesome.
Raya walks into a room, I think, knowing she can own it.
Ready to take some names. All right. I like it. Well done, Raya.
I think so. Awkwafina said that the animation, I watched a little featurette on the making of, and Awkwafina said that the animation for this film is completely next level, which is, quote, really incredible when you consider that it was animated all from home.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. Yeah.
It just shows you how we can do it, working from home.
We can do it. We can absolutely do it. 400-person crew.
Working from home.
Storyboarding, animation, plot reconciliation, continuity issues, all from home. And like they showed clips of them all on their little WebEx or Zoom meetings or whatever.
That's fantastic.
Right? Now, so if you've been working from home for the last year, congratulations on having a job that allows you to work from home, right? Because the world is hurting in that regard. Yep. But go watch the making of Frozen 2 on Disney Plus.
Great. Oh, so great.
Wonderful. Now imagine doing all that
at home
from home.
No, you're right.
It's literally mind-blowing, and it makes me so excited to see this movie and then try to remember as I watch it and enjoy it what these folks must have been able to accomplish.
Because that probably means the voice work was done at home too.
So I guess so. I tried to dig into this a little bit, but there's a featurette out there that shows Kelly Marie Tran, and Awkwafina watching the trailer for the first time together.
Oh,
and like the big trailer that came out on the Super Bowl, and like they acted like they had never actually seen each other in person.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Which is possible.
It's very possible. Like they actually said, "Oh, it's so good to finally see you." Like that's what they said to each other in this little featurette.
Oh, wow.
So pretty incredible. Lastly, the fight sequences employed consultation with experts in Southeast Asian martial arts. So, for example, the Arnis stick fighting, or Eskrima sticks, also known as Kali, are the national martial art of the Philippines. And Muay Thai is used in the movie, which traces its roots back to Siam and Burmese kingdoms, but especially in modern-day Thailand.
Well done.
Yeah, so just hopefully a really authentic deal there.
I'm for that.
So, okay, so that's Tomorrowland. Moving on to World Showcase. You ready?
World Showcase, I'm ready. So today I want to talk about the Jungle Cruise Adventure board game by Ravensburger.
Oh, really good. I'm looking at it. I'm literally looking at it.
Yeah. So we have several Disney board games. I love buying Disney board games in the park. And this is our second one by Ravensburger. Okay. So they don't sell these Ravensburger games in the park, right? Okay. So the ones sold in the park are not made by Ravensburger. I don't know who they're made by, but it's not Ravensburger. So our other one is Hocus Pocus.
Ah, right.
So I think I want to do a series of bonus episodes on Disney board game reviews. Okay. So I thought I'd do this one for World Showcase just to sort of get a feel for it and see how the audience likes it.
Okay.
See if we
let
get
us
some
know.
Good feedback. So I picked this up spur of the moment at Barnes & Noble. A, because we had never seen it in the park, and B, because I love the Jungle Cruise. I know they sell these on Amazon too. So, but I bought it at Barnes & Noble for, I think, about $35. And it is called A Voyage of Mystery and Misfortune. Oh. It is for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, and it takes about 45 to 60 minutes to play.
Yep.
So I'll give you guys the concept. So the concept is you are racing down the river to deliver passengers and cargo to the company headquarters. You get paid for everything you deliver. Some things are worth more than others, like specifically certain passengers. If they're part of the mystery family, then they're worth more than others. And the one with that gets the most money at the end wins. That's not necessarily the one to finish first.
Right.
Right. If your cargo is more valuable or you have more members of the mystery family, then you're going to win even if you don't finish first.
Right.
So each player gets a boat, like a cardboard boat, that carries 12 passengers, and then a little matching boat that goes on the board game, the gameplay area, to move around the board. You roll dice to move down the river, and then naturally you encounter issues in the jungle. And it's really interesting. So you might think, well, I want to roll a 3 or a 4 so I can move down the river faster. But for every number you roll, that's how many issues you encounter.
Right.
So you really only want to roll 1. Right. So you're going to hit the same number of issues as everybody else. Everybody's going to hit the same number of issues on the board. So there's some strategy involved in how you manage your people in your cargo.
That's what it's all about.
Yes. So some encounters, so you encounter issues in the jungle, right? And some of these encounters will make some of your passengers fall out of the boat, depending on which side of the boat has the encounter, right? And so some encounters allow you to actually pick up fallen passengers. And the goal is to get to the end of the river with the most things. But there's also like combinations of things.
Right.
Like 2 of this type of cargo plus 1 of this type of cargo is worth X number of points. So there is an element of strategy to making sure that your most valuable cargo and your most valuable passengers are kept safe as you're traveling down the river. So you might want to move them to the port side or to the back of the boat or the center of the boat or whatever as you're going down. And there's also an element of mystery where you have to figure out which family is the mystery family first. And try to collect more of them than other players do.
That piece of the game feels a little like Clue to me.
It feels very Clue-esque, right? Where you know that some passengers are worth more than others, but you don't know which. And some passengers are members of multiple families.
Sure.
And so they can be counted multiple times. So there's a little bit of strategy and mystery involved there, but I think it's fun. So here is why I think the game is great. So first of all, I would say I give it 4 stars out of 5. What would you give it?
Yeah, I'd say that's right. It's not the hardest game in the world. Certainly not the hardest game to learn. The mystery is only a mystery for so long.
Right.
But yeah, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It was absolutely fun family time for an hour or 2 on a Friday night.
Absolutely. So here's why I think it's great. Okay, so first of all, the jokes.
Yes.
Every encounter has jokes. So you have to read these jokes on every turn. Sometimes you're reading 2 or 3 jokes on every turn. And for the same reason we all love the ride, we love the game, right? The dad jokes abound.
Yes, for sure.
and that's
funny. They are straight out of the ride. You will recognize so many of these.
Straight out of the ride. And so I love that. It is a very light game that moves quickly. Mm-hmm. Right, so we're talking about mystery and encounters in the jungle and people falling out of the boats, but it's all funny and lighthearted, just like the game. Kids
just
are gonna
like the ride.
Yeah, the ride. Sorry, kids are gonna love the corny jokes.
Yep.
But I think we actually loved them more.
I loved them more because it threw me back to being in the boat on the Jungle Cruise very much.
And you're not just moving your boat on the river, you're also arranging and rearranging your passengers and cargo throughout the game.
Right. So
there's multiple touch points, right? You're not just touching the game board and rolling dice. There's multiple touch points on it, which I think is fun. The encounters are the same as the ride.
Yes.
So the backside of water.
Yep.
My personal fave. Pythons in a tree, bathing elephants, an airplane's crash landing. Right? If you're a fan of the ride, you're going to love the game.
Yeah, for sure.
It feels like...
Trader Sam's. A lot of Trader Sam's stuff.
Trader Sam's. It feels like you're going down the river.
Yeah.
Right? So for those of us that are pretty diehard Disney fans that have ridden Jungle Cruise a whole bunch of times and know all of the jokes, then that's fun of it.
It's a total throwback to being on the ride.
It really is, yes. I think it absolutely captures the experience of the ride.
Yep.
So if you're hankering for some Disney adventure,
For sure.
it totally feels like you've stepped into Magic Kingdom and you've ridden the ride.
Yep. You envision yourself when you're reading those cards like you're the skipper.
You are the skipper.
Right.
That's the whole point. Like, you're the skipper of your boat.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're reading the joke cards.
Yep, exactly. And so if you never had that job, and I know a guy who had that job,
Right.
and he loved it.
Yeah.
Now you all get the opportunity to have that job as a skipper on the Jungle Cruise.
Right.
And I'll say, when we played, I won, which made it also very enjoyable for me. But I did not finish first.
Goodness me. You did not finish first. And what is with the whole I won thing? Like, why do you need to go there?
Well,
I
I think
you
it's
say it was a fun little family adventure.
It was a fun little family adventure. I'll say that I won despite not really getting the strategy until late in the game. so it is that thing that just speaks to how light a game it is.
It's a very light game.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you're really competing a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like we're all on the river together and it's fun.
Yeah.
I would say it's easy to pick up.
Very.
So even for younger players, it's not so strategic that they're left out of the fun.
Yep.
Right?
That's right. Oh, yeah.
I mean, our youngest daughter is not really what I would call a strategic thinker with board games.
Yeah, for sure.
But she got it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? She got it.
Oh,
I need
yeah.
to move my people. I don't want this person's more valuable than this person. I don't want them on the port side or whatever.
Exactly. And it still was enough to stir those competitive juices in everybody too.
Yes.
Right. So it was challenging enough,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely not overdoing it.
Right. It's not a cooperative play game.
Right.
And Hocus Pocus is.
Yeah. That's right.
And I think we actually struggled a little bit with Hocus Pocus because we felt like it needed to be competitive.
I wanted to win. How do I win this thing?
So we liked that this one was not a cooperative play game.
Sure.
Yeah. I would also say it is well designed.
Yeah.
Like, the board game and the pieces are so cute.
Yep.
It's fun. It reminds you of the Jungle Cruise.
Yep.
They didn't skimp on the design. And it's fun to interact with. Like, it's fun to move your little people around
Yeah.
and look at their names. And
Oh, sure. And, we do have a number of Disney games. We've got
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Battleship.
Battleship,
We've
that's
got,
fun. Clue.
We've got Haunted Mansion, Game of Life.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a truly original game
Yes.
built around the Jungle Cruise, as
Right.
opposed to a Haunted Mansion overlay on an existing game we all know.
Yes, right. That's a good point. So that's what you see in the park are those overlay games.
Yep.
This is Life overlaid as Haunted Mansion.
Yep.
This is Jenga overlaid with Tower of Terror.
Yep.
Right? Those types of games. Whereas these Ravensburger games are truly created
And
for the ride.
for the ride.
Or
That's
the
right.
movie, right? Hocus Pocus is for the movie.
Exactly.
Also a fun game, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
I'll do a whole other section on that.
Good.
But I really loved the Jungle Cruise game. I would highly recommend it,
Yeah.
especially if you have kids. It would also be fun to do, like, 4 adults or so, like not having a very serious evening,
Yep.
and
Get
you
yourself a glass of wine.
want a reason to just sit around a table and laugh together.
Yep.
It would be a fun one to do that
Yeah,
with.
totally.
Um,
Totally. I highly recommend it. It was it's a nice light night of gaming at home.
it is, and
it's
it was
perfect
fun.
pandemic activity
Yes.
if you can't get out and go to the parks.
It was fun, right? And so I ordered a vinyl album of the Jungle Cruise, right? So it's one of those Disney classic vinyl albums, and so I ordered that vinyl album of the Jungle Cruise. It has the Tiki Room on the back side of it. I highly recommend playing that album
Yeah, that's a good
while
idea.
you're doing the game.
Such a good idea. like that's what I want to do now this week.
I know. I want to go back and play it again. Play that album, bust out a glass of wine or two, and
That's
just have a
awesome.
lot of fun.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. No, highly recommend. Y'all will love that one.
Yep,
And if you
Jungle
liked
Cruise.
this section, let me know, and I'll think about doing some bonus episodes on the board
Sounds
games.
wonderful.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Well, folks, that is this week's show. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Go out there to iTunes, leave us a rating, leave us a review. It really helps us bring new listeners in, which is what it's all about.
Yes.
We want more and more people to enjoy this with us.
Absolutely. And if you're looking for more things Disney, please visit scfadp.com. That's S for super, C for Cali, F for fragilistic, A for awesome, D for Disney, P for podcast. We've got some cool bonus episodes out there.
Yep.
And in this next week or so, we'll be deciding our next bonus episode, maybe a hotel tour.
I think a hotel tour.
Yeah.
Of our last stay at Polly or Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
So, keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for our presence on social media. You can find us at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SCFADP. You can find us on YouTube, Supercalifragilistic Awesome Disney Podcast. Keep an eye out for that next game that we're going to play for the next prize pack, Strong Women.
Yes, we'd love to hear from you.
And with that, we hope to see you
real
real soon.